I'm at the Green Mount Cemetery, and guess what? I've got another ghost story for you today. Maybe two. Huh. Okay, here for another ghost story, and this one's called Zoey. Now, Zoey was a very young girl when she was between the ages of 11 and 15. Zoey had quite a few experiences with the paranormal. Now, her mother's name was Donna. And of course, I've changed the names a little bit to protect the innocent. So the story starts off like this. I decided to go over to Donna's house one night. We're going to play cards and hang out and drink and do all kinds of madness. And there was a couple other people there with us. Ellen, Josh, Donna, and I. We were upstairs in the kitchen, dining room area. We had cards, we had shots of tequila going, we had a little bit of smoky going, and we were having a pretty good time partying, playing gin rummy 500. Zoey was in the basement and by herself, and the TV set was on. She had movies and toys and things to play with. And so while we were sitting there playing cards and talking and having a good time, every once in a while we hear Zoey in the basement playing as if she had a friend down there. And, we didn't think anything of it. Kids, they like to play and pretend, and perhaps she had a doll and she was pretending the doll was one of her friends or something like that. So, we didn't think about it. And then we started hearing, "Tag, you're it," and come on, stop acting like that, that kind of conversation. And Donna was starting to become a little concerned. She says, "Who is that kid talking to down there?" And we're like, "I don't know." And she's just playing. Let's keep playing cards. So we're playing cards and we're drinking shots and Budweiser. And so the next thing you know, so Donna just couldn't take it anymore. So she wanted to find out what Zoe was up to. So she says, "Zoe, come up here." Called her upstairs. So Zoe comes up and she's all happy but she was impatient, like she wanted to get back downstairs. And "What do you want, Mom?" And she says, "What do you mean, what I want? I just wanted to ask you a question. What are you doing down there?" "Oh, I'm just playing." "Well, what are you playing?" "Oh, I'm just playing tag and some games with my brother Johnny." Your what?" "Your brother Johnny?" "Oh yeah, my brother Johnny. We play all the time." Now I'm sitting next to Donna, and I had no idea. It just sounded like a little typical conversation going on. And and as soon as Donna heard the name Johnny, her fingernails were dug into my wrist. She grabbed my wrist and boom, she had the fingernails. They were poking into the skin of my. She was like in a state of panic, it seemed. And she says, "Joey, what do you mean you're playing with Joey?" "Oh, I'm just playing with my brother Joey. Can I go back? Can I go back?" And then since Donna was in this state of panic, all Zoe did was turn around. Okay, boom, she's back down the stairs. Donna turns to me, and I'm like, "Donna, please, my wrist." So I had to basically pry her fingers loose from my wrist, and she had literally poked a little bit of redness was coming out from my skin. I'm like, "What the hell's wrong with you?" And Josh was like, "What's wrong with you, woman? Why are you acting so crazy?" And she said to me, she turns to me without speaking to anybody else, looks me right in the eye. She says, "Herman, I need you to do something for me." I'm like, "What?" She said, "I need you to go downstairs in the basement right now and see what's going on." I'm like, "Why?" "Just please go." So this messed up my buzz. I was feeling pretty good. Now all of a sudden I'm sober. So I head down the steps, see what's going on. I like now I'm a little worried. My heart's beating a little bit. So I go down the steps and I look over and I see Zoe now. She's sitting on the couch and she's got a book and she's turning the pages like there's someone sitting next to her, but I didn't see anyone. And I'm like, "You okay, babe?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm fine. We're just reading." I'm like, "Who's reading?" "Oh, me and Joey." I'm like, "Okay, very nice." So I went back upstairs and I said, "Hey, there's no one down there, Donna. I mean, it's just she's got some imaginary friend, Joey." She says, "I'm going to tell you something. And what I tell you right now, you're going to be the only people other than my ex-husband, Stan, who knows this." I'm like, "Okay." And we're all starting to feel a little, what's going on here? She said, before Zoe was born, Stan and I weren't married yet, and we got pregnant. Like, really? She said, yeah. I carried the child in my womb for about 7 months. It's really another child. But what happened? She said, well, the child died in my womb. Something happened. It went into had some trauma, and I had to be rushed to the hospital for surgery, and they had to remove the child, and the child died. And I'm like, wow, that's kind of crazy. She said, no, here's what's crazy. So what's that? She says, we were going to name the child Joey. We all looked at each other, and I said, what do you mean you were going to name the child? So we were going to name it was our first son. We were going to name him Joey, and no one, not my mother, not anyone knew, because when we lost the child, we never said anything about what the name was going to be or anything to anyone. We just said, no, we haven't named it because we just wanted to be through with it, because it hurt so much that I'd lost a child. And so it is impossible for this child to have known that she had a brother named Joey. And just as she said that, she's like, Joey, Joey. We could hear Zoe in the basement. Joey, Joey, it's your turn now. It's your turn now. Okay?